February 24, 2020. That's timestamp. For predictions for March 2020. So the first one, I'm seeing an airplane. And this plane is in trouble. This plane is in trouble. This feels like it feels like a commercial. Commercial airplane, and and it feels like it's in trouble in the air. Like there's some kind of a malfunction in the air. I'm not sure if it crashes or if it's like a close call. Meaning close call, meaning they landed safely, or it's on fire. Maybe it crashes. Maybe it does crash, or a crash landing, maybe. Maybe a crash landing. But this flight is in trouble. People on board are panicked, shaking. The plane is in trouble. The people on board are panicked. They're panicked. Frightened. I mean, it feels like the plane is going down. It feels like the plane is going down. It's in trouble. This is a plane that's in serious trouble. Like a wing issue, engine, there's some options, but this thing it's having a real hard time, and these people are really freaking out. So we'll see about that. A plane mid-air, in the air, feels commercial. And it might be on fire. It might be on fire. might be on fire. I don't. That may be the case. But that plane is in bad shape. All right, that's what's going on with that one. The next one is also dealing with vehicles. And pretty interesting. Let's explore that. But there's a highway. Maybe even, or highway, expressway, that may even cross a bridge. You may cross a bridge, may be crossing a bridge as well. But there is a traffic jam. This is an unbelievable traffic jam. Massive. Massive traffic jam. I mean, for miles. I mean, massive. And I think it may even go over a bridge, too. How far are we going to go? It may even be crossing over a bridge as well. Massive traffic jam. And this makes the news. Miles for miles. People are held up. People are held up. People are held up for hours. People are held up. Massive traffic jam. And is it a crash? Is it something else? Is it a crash? Is it flooding? It might be flooding. It might be flooding. That takes out an expressway or a highway or something like that. But it's backed up. People are cut off. People are cut off. People are cut off, you know, and there's helicopters flying around. Documenting the situation, but it's backed up for miles, just miles of cars backed up. I don't know if is it a flood? Maybe a flood? The bridge. I mean, it just goes on and on. People are running out of gas and so with this kind of thing, in my mind I'm thinking like a washout or maybe a flood, something along those lines that would make it make it impossible to get it to move forward. Maybe a crash, but miles of cars. Miles of cars. Cars and trucks. Stranded, you know, people that just they just get out of their cars, they just leave them there. And it's in the news. I can see the news talking about it. Highway traffic jam. Miles of cars. People are having a bad day. These people have a bad day. They're having a bad day on this one. Anything else on that? All right, that's it on that for now. But these two are time stamped February 24. And I'll have more on the way. February 26th. Okay, some more predictions for March. And this one is pretty interesting because the name Boca Raton came up out of nowhere. And it felt something dealing with industry. I don't know if this is Corona based. I don't know. Meaning it's a location of an issue dealing with the Corona thing. I'm not sure. But it's something dealing with some industry. Topic in the news. An industry topic in the news. And something there in Boca Raton in the news as it relates to some type of industry there. As it relates to that location. Something dealing with industry, or something happens in Boca Raton. Something happens. Something happens in Boca Raton. Maybe I think it's on the ocean. A ship? I think that's on the ocean. Something along those lines? But that name keeps coming up. Boca Raton. Something in Boca Raton. Something in Boca Raton makes the news. Something in Boca Raton. Okay, the next thing I saw is Bernie Sanders. And this is big news for Bernie. Big news. It could be, I'm not sure when the, I guess it's the primary elections. I'm not sure if those happen next month. Or maybe they do. But I'm seeing big news for Bernie. Big news for Bernie. He may get the nomination. He may get the nomination. Big news Bernie. We'll call him just Big News Bernie. Big news Bernie. He may take it. Or it may be, something in the news that makes it obvious related to him. All right, that's Big News Bernie. And this, man, I'm still seeing it. Gale force winds. Gale force winds. I'm seeing trees being bent. Gale force, man, this comes in as water. Like a, what do they call that? Is it a tropical storm? Tropical storm? Tropical impression? Impression? Tropic impression? Or tropical depression? Tropical storm, tropic impression, tropical depression. Big winds, man. This is an island. Big winds, water, storm, pressure system. Big pressure system comes down. These are winds, heavy winds, island, water, storm, 100-mile-an-hour winds. 100-mile-an-hour winds come through. Massive winds, very devastating winds. Tropical, what the f they call it? Tropical impression. Is it just a tropical storm? Tropical something. This is an island though. Like, how far can I? Island. And it gets whacked. Gale force winds. Like 100-mile-an-hour wind storm, hurricane, tropical impression. I think it's what a tropical thing. And it gets hit. They might even call it the beast.